6 of the best TV dramas based on books to watch on Netflix. The Handmaid's Tale and Big Little Lies were among the big winners at this year's Golden Globes. Both are adaptations of popular books, the former a disturbing dystopian story by Canadian author Margaret Atwood, while the latter is a psychological mystery penned by Australian novelist Liane Moriarty. The TV landscape is filled with gripping series based on famous and lesser-known novels, with networks and streaming sites capitalizing on the wealth of literary material ripe for adaptation. From children's tales and sweeping fantasy, to modern spin-offs and reworkings of classics, here are 6 TV dramas based on books to watch on Netflix. Anne with Annie. This Canadian TV series based on Lucy Maud Montgomery's 1908 novel Anne of Green Gables follows a bold and courageous orphan called Anne Shirley who finds an unlikely home with spinster Marilla Cuthbert and her bachelor brother Matthew. With stylish cinematography, authentic set design and a spirited performance from young actress Amabeth McNulty, this is a surprisingly emotional and deep adaptation of the popular children's book. Dickensian Charles Dickens created some of the most famous fictional characters of all time, many of whom are brought together in this 20-part Victorian drama, originally aired on BBC One at the end of 2015. Opening on Christmas Eve with the murder of the greedy Jacob Marley, Dickensian features characters old, young, rich and poor, from Scrooge and Bill Sikes to Fanny Biggertowitch and Amelia Havisham. It's a clever and entertaining drama that's perfect viewing for cold, winter nights. Queen of the South, adapted from the Spanish telenovela La Reina del Sur, which itself is an adaptation of Arturo Pérez Reverte's novel of the same name. Queen of the South follows Teresa Mendoza, who seeks revenge after her drug-runner boyfriend is murdered. This isn't the first show about drug cartels, but it puts a unique spin on the usual story by focusing on a female central character, played by the terrific Alice Barger. A crime drama with an action thriller edge, this is the perfect show for fans of Breaking Bad and Narcos. The Shannara Chronicles, based on Terry Brooks' best-selling The Sword of Shannara trilogy from the 70s and 80s, this sweeping fantasy show is like a teenage Lord of the Rings, or young adult Game of Thrones. Set in the Four Lands and starring British actress Poppy Drayton alongside Austin Butler and Ivana Baquero, the Shannara Chronicles centers on 3 young and disparate heroes who become their world's last hope for salvation. There's magic, demons and battles to the death. What more could you want? A Korean odyssey for those who like foreign language dramas. This modern spin on the classic 16th-century Chinese novel, Journey to the West, provides plenty of paranormal entertainment. It's written by the Hong sisters and follows a self-centered mythical creature who finds himself at the mercy of a woman who can see otherworldly beings. Mixing fantasy, romance and comedy, it's only just arrived on Netflix, with new episodes available weekly. The Expanse, set 2 centuries in the future, where humanity has colonized the solar system. The Expanse centers around a UN diplomat, a police detective and an ice freighter captain as they unravel a conspiracy and try to avert interplanetary war. Starring Thomas Jane, Shahid Ashlu and Stephen Strait, this adaptation of Daniel Abraham and T. Frank's sci-fi stories is beautiful to look at and easy to get lost in. Binge the first 2 seasons on Netflix now and then wait for the 3rd season, which is due to air sometime this year.